The Otherworld Exploration is opening in 8 days on my server, and even if your server is a bit farther out, today is the day you should start considering to make some move to prepare for it. And in this video, we're gonna see what you can do and what you should be doing to get to that point as prepared as possible. Hi guys, I'm Van Orn, and this is another Dragonheir Silence God video. So, as I said, the Otherworld Exploration is going to open soon, and we need to start taking action to be prepared for it and get to the point when it's open, we're going to be on task straight away without wasting any time. And the first thing you should be doing, if you haven't done it yet, if you're active in the game, if you're playing every day, you like to push content, you should move to an active alliance. If you are in an alliance that is not able to get to the maximum point on rally and is not competing for a tournament, as soon as possible you should take in consideration leaving that alliance and moving to a top 5, top 10, some of those alliances that have a spot for you where you can compete and get a good stream of resources. It's going to help building your psyche core. It's going to help you get more dices and more resources to level your artifact, to get more champions from the dices. And when the Otherworld Exploration is going to open, the Strong Alliance are going to be the first one to get the bonuses from the damage dealt on the bosses, and you're going to have the upper end on the rest of the leaderboard, so you're going to be able to do more damage straight away. So don't waste any more time. If you are in an alliance that is not as active, move in one that it is. It's also important for you to know the structure of the season and the event. The season is divided basically in 3 phases. Phase 1, which is a preparation when you start from 0. The second phase is the one that I'm fighting right now, where we're fighting the chief bosses. 6 bosses that are spawning contemporaneously on the map and take more damage from one of the 6 affinity each. So all affinity are involved, and we can fight only one boss one time. Now on the third phase, when the Otherworld Exploration is going to open, in preparation to the end game, which is the final boss, those same bosses are going to spawn 3 at a time per an hour, and you're going to be able to use your composition to fight them. You're not going to have the limitation of the 16. You're going to have instead 150 token of energy that you can choose to use as you please. This energy is going to use also for commissions and for domains. Similar domains to what we have with stages and a boss at the end, but the boss at the end is going to be one of the playable character. We don't know which for Season 2. In Season 1, they were quite tough but doable, and you should do basically a balance between the damage you can deal to the bosses and the return points from fighting the domains. If your damage is not strong enough and your domains give you more points, you should focus your energy on the domains with only the bosses that you can do high damage. The more damage on the bosses, the less domains and less commission. As I said, commission should be only 1 per day. But when you balance out your account and you have strong teams and a lot of teams to hit the bosses, the better, because you're going to have more points. If you are serious about this game, spending some time on YouTube and Discord, watching some guides from other content creators or from myself, it's for sure not a waste of time. We don't have a lot of time and energy and resources to build the wrong champions. Sometimes we have the feeling that a champion can work for that boss, but it might doesn't. And looking up a content creator, it's a good idea, mostly because they have more time and resources to test things for you. And they also have a community around them that brings to them the information and the fails or success story by building those champions that you might have and you are considering building. So if you haven't done it yet, you could click on the icon on that side of the screen where my logo is and subscribe to the channel. Or if you are looking for something that is more upper ends with a lot of legendaries and a lot of legendary artifacts, you can search on YouTube and you're gonna find the best content creator for your taste. Once you've done your research, you should look at your account and the champion you have and understand what are the strengths and what are the weaknesses of your account. For example, I know that I have a terrible selection of champion for Necrosis, and therefore I'm going to try to put together a comp that's going to do the bare minimum to get me to a good amount of points, and then I'm going to focus all my energy and resources on something else. I can build, for example, probably 2 fire team using 2 Necrosis tank, but I can't build 2 Necrosis damage dealer groups. So I'm going to invest in building my teams with that in consideration, and you should do the same. You can build 2 Dauntless teams, for example, if you have a big selection of Dauntless champion. I have many Dauntless Legendary and Epics, so I'm going to do that for sure. Poison is another sector where I might be weak, so I'm not going to invest highly in building 2 champions for that affinity. So look at your account and consider what you should do and what is the best strategy for you. And lastly, don't forget that it's a game. We're supposed to have fun while we are competing, but yeah, ultimately we are supposed to have fun. And these gacha games are built to make us feel like we always miss a piece of the puzzle, that we could push more, invest more, look for something we don't have. Otherwise, we will not be so hooked to the game. So that is part of the experience. Don't get frustrated if you don't have that champion that make crazy damage for the specific boss, or that champion that unlock the next level of damage on another one. It's absolutely normal. All our accounts, except maybe for those that are spending crazy amount of money, have some holes and lacks here and there, and we don't have all the champions, we don't have the best gear, we don't have the best artifact. It is part of the experience, it's part of the game. The chase for the improvement is what keeps us hooked. So don't forget to set back and think about that as well when you're getting frustrated because you're missing something. So guys, these were the 5 steps that I will take and I will suggest to prepare for the Otherworld exploration. I know that some of them might sound a bit obvious, but maybe by putting out on a video, some of you that didn't know about the nuance of the event will be more prepared. And if you are maybe in season 1 and you're looking for the bosses, look out for my playlist on the bosses for season 1. And if you are playing season 2, I have video for the bosses for season 2, and I'm preparing other guides for the end game. So let's stick around, and I see you soon with another video about Dragonheir Silence God.